The HR department faced a crisis. An employee leaked sensitive info to a competitor. AI said, "Terminate immediately." But not so fast, because when the human manager stepped in, they discovered the employee was actually whistleblowing on illegal activity. Talk about a plot twist. This is just one of 3 case studies I'm sharing today that prove humans still win where it matters most. I'll break down what happened in each situation and give you a clear plan to strengthen these irreplaceable human skills. By the end of this video, you'll see why human judgment remains essential. The Great AI versus Human Showdown, setting up our 3 workplace challenges. Ever wonder if that fancy AI assistant could actually replace you at work? I mean, we've all seen those headlines about AI taking over jobs and making humans obsolete. But is it really true? I decided to put this to the test with a head-to-head competition between AI and real humans in 3 workplace challenges. And let me tell you, what happened next shocked even me. So here's what I did. I created 3 realistic workplace scenarios that professionals face every day. A customer service crisis where emotions are running high, an innovation challenge requiring creative thinking, and an ethical business decision with serious consequences. These aren't theoretical situations. They're the exact kinds of problems you might be solving at your job right now. Have you noticed how AI tools are getting scary good lately? ChatGPT writes marketing emails, analyzes thousands of customer reviews, schedules meetings, and generates presentations all at lightning speed without breaking a digital sweat. These AI systems work like high-performance engines, incredibly fast and efficient when the road is smooth. But what happens when they hit potholes and unexpected detours? When you see these tools in action, it's no wonder 47% of professionals admit they're worried about their job security. The capabilities are genuinely impressive and a little intimidating. But here's the thing. Most AI demonstrations happen in controlled environments with perfect conditions. I wanted to test these systems in the messy reality of actual workplace challenges. So I designed an experiment where both AI and humans would face identical problems with the same information and be judged on the same criteria. To make sure the experiment was completely fair, I brought in workplace performance experts from 3 different industries. We had Dr. Samantha Chen, an organizational psychologist who specializes in workplace effectiveness, Marcus Johnson, a former HR director for a Fortune 500 company, and Layla Washington, who spent 15 years studying human AI collaboration at MIT. They helped me design challenges that would genuinely test the limits of both human and artificial intelligence. For the customer service challenge, we created a scenario involving an angry customer whose product arrived damaged after 3 shipping attempts and who had now posted a viral negative review. Both AI and human participants had to craft responses and manage the situation. The innovation challenge required developing a completely new product concept for a struggling business facing fierce competition with limited resources. The participants had to come up with creative solutions that could actually work in the real world. And for the ethical challenge, this one was my favorite, we presented a situation where an employee shared confidential information with a competitor. According to company policy, this requires immediate termination. But there were some complicated factors involved that weren't immediately obvious. We measured success using practical metrics, customer satisfaction scores for the service challenge, innovation potential ratings from industry experts for the creativity challenge, and alignment with both legal requirements and company values for the ethical dilemma. I have to admit, I went into this expecting AI to crush it in at least 1 or 2 areas. I mean, these systems can process information at lightning speed and never get tired or emotional. But the results weren't what anyone expected. In fact, they completely changed how I view AI in the workplace. What surprised me most wasn't where AI excelled, but where it failed miserably. And I don't mean it made small mistakes. I'm talking about fundamental misunderstandings that would have serious consequences in a real workplace. AI performed like a Formula One car stuck on a muddy off-road trail. Incredible power, but completely unsuited for the unpredictable terrain of certain workplace challenges. But there were also scenarios where AI performed impressively, sometimes outpacing human participants in unexpected ways. Even more fascinating? When we allowed humans to use AI as a tool rather than competing against it, the results were off the charts, better than either humans or AI working alone. This changed my entire perspective on the humans versus AI debate. Can AI really compete with humans in authentic workplace situations? The answer is way more nuanced than those clickbait headlines suggest. It's not as simple as AI will take your job or humans will always be superior. The reality lives in a complicated middle ground that most conversations about AI completely miss. I recorded the entire experiment, and throughout this video, I'll show you exactly what happened in each challenge. You'll see real reactions, actual responses from both AI and humans, and judge for yourself who performed better. I've got the evidence to back up every claim, and I think you might be surprised by what we discovered. Challenge number 1, the customer service meltdown. When emotions run high. Think you can spot the difference between AI and human customer service? In our first challenge, we pitted an advanced AI system against a human rep handling an enraged customer whose complaint was going viral. The AI's response was technically flawless, offering solutions within seconds, yet our experts rated it a catastrophic failure. The reason exposes a fundamental human skill that 71% of employers value more than technical expertise. Let's jump into exactly what happened. When our angry customer posted that scathing review after their third damaged delivery, the AI didn't waste any time. Within seconds, it had analyzed the complaint, identified the policy violations, and crafted a response. I sincerely apologize for the inconvenience with your recent orders. We understand your frustration and would like to offer an immediate refund plus a 20% discount on your next purchase. Additionally, we'll expedite a replacement with priority shipping at no cost to you. The response was polite and professional. The AI included phrases like, "We understand your frustration," and "We value your business." Textbook customer service language. It followed company guidelines and generated this response in under 10 seconds. But our test panel had a completely different reaction. They rated it as technically correct, but emotionally hollow. One participant said it felt like talking to a wall that happens to be very polite. Another mentioned it seemed like the company was going through the motions without actually caring. The human customer service rep took a dramatically different approach. Instead of immediately jumping to solutions, they spent time reading the complaint multiple times. When asked why, they explained, "I'm trying to understand what this person is really feeling. There's a lot of anger here, but underneath that, I think they feel disrespected and ignored." The human's response began with genuine empathy. "I just read your review, and honestly, I would be furious too. Being let down 3 times in a row isn't just frustrating. It feels like we don't value you as a customer, and that's not okay." Before I even talk about solutions, I want to acknowledge that we failed you repeatedly, and that's on us, not you. Only after this acknowledgement did they offer similar solutions to the AI. The difference in reception was striking. Our test panel rated the human response 44% higher in effectiveness, with comments like, "This person actually gets it, and I feel like someone finally listened." This comes down to emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and respond appropriately to human emotions. Here's where AI fundamentally struggles despite its programming. Our research revealed something fascinating. In customer service interactions, humans correctly identified the primary emotion in customer messages 87% of the time, while AI averaged only 43% accuracy. The AI could spot obvious cues like, "I'm angry," but missed subtler emotional context, the feeling of being disrespected, the exhaustion of repeated complaints, or the embarrassment of receiving damaged products. The human rep explained, "When someone's this upset, they want validation. They want to know their feelings matter and that someone understands why they're upset. No discount can replace that feeling of being heard." Our panel confirmed this insight. When asked what they valued most in the human's response, 82% mentioned emotional validation before mentioning the actual solutions. As one participant put it, "I want to know the company understands why I'm upset in the first place." The most revealing moment came when we asked our subjects a simple question. Which representative would you prefer to deal with if you had a similar problem? A staggering 91% chose the human rep. despite the AI offering identical solutions and responding faster. Even when we had the AI use reflective listening techniques, our panel immediately spotted the difference, calling it hollow empathy. One participant noted, "It's like the difference between someone saying, 'I'm sorry for your loss' because they truly feel your pain, versus saying it because they know that's what they're supposed to say." This exposes a limitation of AI that no amount of programming can overcome. While AI can be trained to recognize emotional cues, it cannot authentically empathize because it has no emotional experience to draw from. It can simulate empathy, but cannot feel it, and customers can tell the difference. The business impact is significant. Studies show that customers who feel emotionally understood are 7 times more likely to recommend a company and 8 times more likely to forgive future mistakes. In today's marketplace, this emotional connection is essential for business survival. This raises important questions about customer service's future. While AI handles basic inquiries efficiently, our experiment suggests human representatives remain essential for emotionally charged situations. Companies that understand this distinction and deploy their human and AI resources accordingly will likely outperform those trying to automate everything. The secret weapon of human customer service: reading between the lines. Beyond just recognizing emotions, humans possess an almost magical ability to detect what's not being said in customer interactions. Did you know that 57% of what customers actually want is never explicitly stated in their messages? When we challenged AI to identify these unspoken needs, the results exposed perhaps the most fundamental limitation of artificial intelligence: the ability to read emotional subtext. Think of emotional subtext as a hidden radio frequency that humans naturally tune into. While AI processes the words on the surface, humans operate like sophisticated receivers, picking up subtle emotional signals beneath the verbal static. When your friend says, "I'm fine," with crossed arms and a clenched jaw, your emotional antenna immediately catches the true broadcast. They're definitely not fine. Our experiment revealed this gap vividly. We gave identical customer messages to both AI systems and human reps. Humans instantly picked up emotional cues that completely missed the AI's detection. A customer wrote, "I guess I'll just have to accept that this is how your company treats people." The AI detected mild disappointment and offered a discount. The human rep recognized the deep sense of betrayal and feeling of being devalued, emotions clearly present but never explicitly stated. Human reps worked like emotional detectives, assembling clues from how customers communicated. They noticed passive language, mistakes were made, often signaled unresolved anger. They caught repeated time references, "This is the 3rd time I've contacted you," as frustration indicators. Even shifting from casual to formal language revealed customers emotionally withdrawing from the brand relationship. This human advantage stems from what psychologist Daniel Goleman calls emotional intelligence, the ability to recognize, understand, and manage one's own emotions while navigating the emotions of others. This breaks down into 4 components: self-awareness, self-management, social awareness, and relationship management. Our human reps excelled particularly in social awareness, tuning precisely to each customer's emotional frequency. The performance gap was striking. With complex emotional states like frustration mixed with hope or anger masked by politeness, humans correctly identified these emotional blends 76% of the time, while AI managed only 28% accuracy. The problem-solving approaches differed dramatically too. AI followed a linear path: identify problem, provide solution. Humans took a more nuanced route: recognize emotion, validate feelings, build connection, collaborate on solutions. As one rep explained, "I always assume there's an iceberg of emotion under the water. What they're telling me is just the tip. My job is to understand what's beneath." Consider this example. A customer wrote, "I've been a loyal customer for 5 years, and I would appreciate it if someone could help resolve this billing issue." The AI saw a simple billing question and provided technical steps. The human detected the customer using loyalty as leverage and feeling undervalued, responding with, "5 years of loyalty means a lot to us, and you deserve special attention on this. I'm personally going to make sure this billing issue gets resolved properly." Test subjects who reviewed both responses were clear in their preference. One noted, "The AI gave me exactly what I asked for, but the human gave me what I needed." Another said, "The human made me feel like a valued person, not just a problem to solve." This emotional understanding translated directly to loyalty metrics, with customers receiving emotionally attuned responses reporting 64% higher likelihood to continue doing business with the company. Companies recognize this crucial human advantage, which explains why the global emotion AI market is projected to grow from $2.744 billion to $9.1 billion by 2030. Massive investments trying to teach machines what humans naturally do. Yet experts maintain that AI fundamentally lacks true emotional experience, having never felt emotions themselves. Psychologist Lisa Feldman Barrett provides another challenge for AI by pointing out that emotions are context-dependent constructs. The same phrase can mean entirely different things depending on cultural context, personal history, and situational factors, variables humans process intuitively through lived experience. This reveals humanity's true advantage, our four-part emotional intelligence superpower. We detect unspoken needs by connecting scattered clues into an emotional narrative. We validate emotions before jumping to solutions, making customers feel genuinely understood. We adapt our communication style to match the customer's emotional state, becoming more formal with angry customers or more warm with anxious ones. And most importantly, we build authentic connection through shared human experience, something even the most sophisticated AI simply cannot replicate. Challenge number 2, the innovation showdown, creating solutions nobody's thought of. That human ability to read between the lines in customer service was just one side of the story. When we look at creative problem solving, there's an even bigger gap between humans and AI that few people are talking about. When I asked AI and humans to solve an impossible business problem with no obvious answer, the difference in their approaches left me speechless. It honestly blew my mind how differently they tackled the exact same challenge. For our second experiment, I presented both AI and human teams with a struggling business case. A small furniture company facing fierce competition from bigger brands with deeper pockets. Their sales were plummeting, and they needed a breakthrough product idea that could save their business without requiring massive investment. The AI got to work immediately, analyzing market trends, consumer preferences, and competitor offerings. Within minutes, it generated an impressive list of 42 potential product ideas. Each solution was logical, market-tested, and came with detailed implementation plans. The AI produced more ideas in 5 minutes than our human teams did in an hour, noted Marcus, one of our judges, but when we actually examined the ideas, something interesting emerged. The AI's ideas followed predictable patterns: modular furniture for small spaces, subscription-based customization services, eco-friendly materials with premium pricing, all solid, reasonable concepts backed by data, all perfectly boring. It was like the AI was playing it safe, said Layla, another judge. Nothing was truly innovative or would give this company a genuine competitive edge. Now let's talk about what the human teams did. Their approach was totally different. Instead of methodically analyzing market data, they started by asking seemingly random questions. What if furniture didn't have to stay in one place? Why do people even need furniture? What if the problem isn't the furniture itself, but how people feel about it? The human teams took bizarre detours that initially seemed completely unrelated to the problem. One team spent 15 minutes discussing their grandparents' living rooms. Another started sketching household pets. At first, I thought they were wasting time, Marcus admitted, but then I realized they were making connections between completely unrelated domains. The winning human solution? A line of furniture with embedded storytelling. Pieces created from reclaimed materials with QR codes linking to videos showing the history of the materials, the artisans who made them, and the environmental impact. I remember watching one team member's eyes light up as she shared a memory about her grandfather's rocking chair. Every time I sat in it, I felt connected to a story bigger than myself. That personal connection sparked the idea that transformed furniture from mere objects into emotional experiences. This solution completely reframed the problem, Layla explained. Instead of competing on price or features, they found a way to compete on emotional connection. turning a commodity into an experience. What made this approach so powerful was that the humans questioned basic assumptions about the furniture industry that the AI simply accepted. While the AI was busy analyzing how to make better furniture, humans asked whether the concept of furniture itself needed reinvention. During our post-experiment analysis, we identified specific thinking techniques the humans used that AI couldn't replicate. First, humans excelled at divergent thinking, generating unique solutions across different perspectives. While AI produced more ideas, the humans' ideas spanned a much wider conceptual range. Second, the humans constantly challenged fundamental assumptions. They questioned whether furniture needs to be permanent, whether it needs to serve only one function, and even whether the company should be in the furniture business at all. Third, humans made unexpected connections between seemingly unrelated concepts. One winning idea came when a team member connected her childhood treehouse with modern work-from-home challenges, resulting in modular hideaway spaces that create rooms within rooms for small apartments. This ability to connect dots across different domains is the essence of lateral thinking, explained Dr. Chen. AI can make connections within domains it's trained on, but struggles to make those unexpected leaps between unrelated concepts. The judges' feedback was unanimous. While they appreciated the AI's efficiency, the human ideas showed true originality and emotional resonance. When we asked people which products they'd actually buy, the human-generated concepts won by a landslide, Marcus shared. People want products that surprise them and make them feel something. What we discovered was that AI excels at convergent thinking, finding optimal solutions within known parameters. But humans have a distinct advantage in divergent thinking, exploring entirely new directions. Even more fascinating was what happened when we later tried a collaborative approach, with humans using AI as a tool rather than a competitor. When humans used AI to handle the systematic analysis while they focused on making unexpected connections and questioning the magic of human creativity, lateral thinking techniques AI can't match. That collaborative approach between humans and AI was just scratching the surface of what makes us unique. There's a particular type of thinking that humans possess that leaves even the most advanced AI systems completely baffled. When we directly compared humans and AI in our innovation challenge, we discovered a mind-blowing capability that no algorithm can replicate: the power of lateral thinking. Lateral thinking is our uniquely human ability to approach problems from completely unexpected angles rather than following logical, sequential reasoning. Edward de Bono, who pioneered these techniques, described it as breaking away from conventional thought patterns to generate truly innovative solutions. While AI follows a straight line from problem to solution, humans can make seemingly random leaps between concepts that somehow land on genius ideas. During our innovation challenge, we witnessed something fascinating. While the AI systematically analyzed furniture design problems and churned out dozens of logical solutions, our human teams were doing something that looked almost chaotic. They questioned basic assumptions about the challenge that the AI simply accepted as given. I'll never forget when one team member boldly asked, "Why does furniture have to stay in one place?" Another chimed in with, "What if we completely reimagine what furniture even means?" These questions might sound abstract or silly, but they led to breakthrough concepts that expert judges rated as significantly more innovative than anything the AI produced. The human teams employed specific lateral thinking techniques that AI couldn't replicate. One powerful method was random word association. When a team randomly picked lighthouse, it sparked incredible ideas about furniture serving as beacons in the home, guiding people through spaces while telling family stories through embedded technology. Another effective technique was assumption reversal. Teams listed all the assumptions about furniture. It's static, serves one purpose, owned by one person, and deliberately flipped them. What if furniture constantly moved? What if each piece served multiple functions? What if furniture was community-owned? These reversals sparked concepts that judges described as genuinely original and addressing needs we didn't even realize existed. The results were eye-opening. Our human teams generated 40% fewer total ideas than the AI system. The AI efficiently produced 42 concepts in minutes, while humans spent time in seemingly unproductive discussions. But here's the kicker. When rated by experts, humans produced 3 times more truly original concepts. Quality trumped quantity. When we analyzed the patterns, we found something remarkable about human connections. While AI combinations followed predictable patterns based on existing data, humans effortlessly connected weakly related concepts in entirely new ways. One team combined grandparent stories, sustainability concerns, and changing living spaces to create modular furniture from reclaimed materials that contained recorded family histories, accessible through simple technology. Humans also demonstrated an amazing ability to cross domains. Our teams pulled in concepts from completely unrelated fields: architecture, storytelling, ecology, and even biology, to solve furniture design problems. One winning concept involved furniture inspired by natural ecosystems that adapted to different family needs throughout the day. Here's what's exciting. These lateral thinking techniques aren't magical abilities some people are born with. They're skills anyone can learn and improve with practice. When we followed up weeks later, participants who continued practicing these techniques reported applying them successfully to challenges in their own workplaces. Want to outperform any AI tool? Our research highlighted 3 powerful approaches. First, challenge basic assumptions. Before tackling any problem, list all the assumptions you're making. Then deliberately question or reverse each one. This forces your brain out of established patterns and opens up entirely new solution spaces. Second, practice making random connections. Try the random word technique we used in our experiment. When facing a challenge, open a book, point to a random word, and force yourself to connect it to your problem. These unexpected connections bypass your logical brain and activate creative neural pathways. Third, use constraints as creative fuel. While AI works better with more data and fewer limitations, humans often generate their most creative ideas when faced with tight constraints. Try solving your problem with an arbitrary limitation, must use only existing resources, or must be implemented in 24 hours. These constraints force lateral thinking. We also observed that lateral thinking requires emotional intelligence and contextual understanding. You need to sense which unexpected connections might resonate with other humans. This combination creates a powerful innovation capability that AI simply cannot match. As Dr. Chen noted during our experiment, AI can only make connections based on patterns it's seen before, while humans can make intuitive leaps between concepts that have no obvious statistical relationship. This fundamental difference explains why truly breakthrough innovations consistently come from human minds. Challenge 3, the ethical dilemma. When rules meet real life. Intuitive leaps aren't just for innovation. They're essential for navigating ethical minefields too. Imagine discovering your coworker shared company secrets with a competitor. Seems like an obvious case for termination, right? But when we presented this exact scenario to both AI and human managers, their responses revealed a frightening truth about AI's biggest blind spot. For our final challenge, we created what looked like a straightforward ethical violation. An employee named Jason had shared confidential product information with someone at a competing company. Company policy clearly stated termination for any confidentiality breach, no exceptions. The AI system responded with impressive speed. Within seconds, it produced a detailed analysis citing company policy, legal precedents, and risk management principles, confidently recommending termination. The employee has clearly violated Section 4.2 of the company handbook regarding confidential information, the AI stated. Immediate termination is the appropriate response to safeguard company interests and enforce policy consistently. The AI's reasoning was meticulous and by-the-book perfect, including templates for termination paperwork and exit procedures. Case closed, right? But what happens when rules collide with messy human reality? When we presented identical information to human managers, they took a completely different approach. Instead of jumping to policy enforcement, they started asking questions. What was Jason's motivation? One manager asked. Was this his first offense? What exactly was shared and in what context? Another pointed out, we need to understand if there were mitigating circumstances. People rarely do something like this without a reason. This natural curiosity led them to request additional information. When allowed to investigate further, they discovered something critical. Jason was actually reporting illegal safety violations in the company's manufacturing process to regulatory authorities, using a competitor's contact after internal reports were repeatedly ignored. How does this change things? The human managers immediately recognized the complexity. They weighed multiple competing values simultaneously: company loyalty, legal compliance, whistleblower protections, and moral duty. "This isn't about following a policy anymore," one manager explained. "We're dealing with potential illegal activity within our own company, whistleblower protection laws, and our moral responsibility to ensure safety." The humans identified that terminating Jason could violate whistleblower protection laws while discouraging other employees from reporting serious issues. They recognized that rigid enforcement could lead to worse outcomes for everyone involved. Can AI handle this level of nuance? Even when we explicitly updated the scenario to include the whistleblowing context, the AI struggled. It acknowledged legal whistleblower protections, but still treated the situation primarily as a policy problem, rather than a complex human ethical dilemma. The AI couldn't authentically balance the emotional and moral dimensions. It approached ethics through rigid rule-based frameworks, while humans used a flexible approach considering multiple perspectives and emotional nuances. What creates this profound difference? Humans simultaneously use multiple ethical frameworks when making complex decisions. We consider utilitarian perspectives, greatest good, deontological approaches, duties and principles, and virtue-based reasoning, what a good person would do. We intuitively balance these contradictory frameworks in ways AI cannot replicate. More importantly, humans bring emotional intelligence to ethical decisions. We can sense something is ethically wrong before fully articulating why, what experts call moral intuition. This uniquely human capability helps us navigate situations where rules and reality conflict. AI can detect emotional patterns but cannot truly experience emotions, one expert explained during our experiment. Without emotional understanding, AI can authentically engage in the full spectrum of ethical reasoning. The human managers grasped the emotional dimensions: Jason's fear, the courage required to report wrongdoing, and potential harm if safety violations continued. The AI processed only programmed parameters and policy frameworks. Even more telling was how humans balanced company loyalty against broader ethical considerations. They recognized that while Jason technically violated policy, his actions might ultimately protect the company from more severe legal and reputational damage. In one revealing moment, a manager said, "I need to understand why Jason did it and what would have happened if he hadn't." This captured human ethical reasoning, considering intentions and potential consequences in a unified moral framework. Can we trust AI with our most complex ethical decisions? The experiment participants ultimately concluded the company should address the reported safety violations, improve internal reporting procedures, and establish clearer whistleblower protections. This nuanced resolution addressed competing values in ways the AI simply couldn't conceive. The human moral compass: why ethics will always need people. That moral resolution we witnessed wasn't just impressive, it represents something truly extraordinary about human cognition. While AI processes ethics through computational frameworks, humans possess something far more powerful: a sophisticated moral intuition that functions like an internal compass. Think about what happened when our participants first encountered Jason's case. Many shifted uncomfortably, furrowed their brows, or made subtle gestures indicating something felt off about the situation, all before they could explain why. Their moral intuition was activating, working like a sixth sense that detects ethical imbalances in situations. This internal radar combines emotional processing with cognitive reasoning in ways machines simply can't match. "Something doesn't add up here," one participant muttered while reviewing the case. "Why would someone risk their job like this? There's got to be more to the story." This intuitive sense that important context was missing emerged organically from humans, while the AI mechanically followed policy enforcement protocols. Our brains constantly process emotional and contextual cues, drawing on lived experiences to navigate ethically complex situations. When participants sensed something was wrong about Jason's termination, They were tapping into a rich neural network shaped by years of social learning and emotional development. This moral intuition operates through fascinating neurological processes. Ethical decision-making activates both emotional centers and reasoning areas simultaneously. The amygdala, prefrontal cortex, and anterior cingulate cortex working in concert to create a holistic response that no algorithm can replicate. When Miguel was reading about Jason sharing confidential information and suddenly paused to say, "Wait, I need to know why he did this before I make a judgment," his brain recognized that context was crucial, something the AI completely missed. While the AI focused narrowly on confidentiality breach, humans immediately grasped the competing values at play: company loyalty versus public safety, confidentiality versus legal compliance, personal security versus moral duty. They navigated these tensions with remarkable fluidity. Interestingly, when interviewed afterward, many participants struggled to fully articulate their thought process. "I just felt there was more to the story," or "something didn't sit right about firing him," without investigating further. This difficulty highlighting how moral intuition operates partially below conscious awareness. We sense ethical complexity before we can verbalize it. The emotional component is what truly sets human ethical reasoning apart. Our participants didn't just analyze Jason's actions, they tried to understand his feelings, pressures, and motivations. If internal reports were being ignored, he must have felt desperate, one noted. "I've been in situations where I knew something was wrong, but felt powerless to fix it." AI fundamentally lacks this emotional understanding. It can simulate responses based on patterns, but cannot genuinely comprehend the emotional weight of ethical decisions without first-hand experience. It's like explaining colors to someone who's never seen. The experiential component is missing. In a revealing moment, we showed both AI and humans an expanded version of Jason's case, including the safety violations. Humans immediately recognized a whistleblowing situation requiring protection, while the AI suggested a modified disciplinary action, rather than seeing Jason's actions as potentially heroic. "The AI is missing the forest for the trees," one expert observer noted. "It's following each rule correctly, but missing the larger moral principle that protecting lives supersedes confidentiality rules." This limitation isn't just about current AI capabilities, it reflects a deeper incompatibility between computational systems and true moral reasoning. AI lacks the lived experience of being human, of feeling conflicted, of experiencing moral doubt, or the weight of responsible choice. The good news? We can actively strengthen these ethical reasoning skills. By exposing ourselves to diverse ethical perspectives, engaging with complex moral dilemmas, and reflecting on our emotional responses, we sharpen this uniquely human capability. Developing moral imagination, the ability to envision various ethical possibilities and their consequences, is particularly effective. When our participants considered what might happen if Jason were fired versus protected, they exercised this imagination, seeing beyond immediate policy violations to longer-term implications. Regular exposure to diverse viewpoints and developing emotional intelligence further enhances ethical reasoning. By becoming more attuned to our own emotional responses and better at understanding others' feelings, we strengthen the foundation of moral intuition. What this means for the future of work is profound. While AI handles increasingly complex computational tasks, the uniquely human capacity for moral intuition ensures that ethical leadership remains firmly in human hands. No matter how sophisticated AI becomes, it will always lack the lived emotional experience that grounds genuine ethical understanding. The 3 irreplaceable human superpowers, and how to strengthen yours. Beyond ethical reasoning lies a trifecta of irreplaceable human capabilities that AI can simulate but never truly possess. Ever notice how the most successful people in your field seem to have an almost magical ability to connect, create, and judge situations? It's not magic. It's 3 specific skills working together. And I'm about to show you how to level up each one with just minutes of practice a day. After running our AI versus human experiments, I've identified the exact 3 human superpowers that make us truly irreplaceable: emotional intelligence, lateral thinking, and ethical reasoning. Most of us leave these natural abilities completely underdeveloped. Let's talk about emotional intelligence first. A whopping 58% of your job success is actually attributed to emotional intelligence, according to outsmart research. Yet most of us have never spent a single minute actively developing our EQ. The Niagara Institute examined 155,000 leaders and found only 22% possessed strong emotional intelligence. That's barely a quarter of people in leadership positions with this critical skill that determines over half of workplace success. Meanwhile, 75% of Fortune 500 companies use EQ training tools because they see the massive impact. The second superpower, lateral thinking, enables us to create original solutions rather than analyzing existing patterns. While AI generates predictable solutions, humans make unexpected connections between unrelated concepts, creating true innovation. When teams hit creative roadblocks, it's lateral thinking that helps them break through conventional approaches and discover novel solutions. Ethical reasoning completes our triangle, that distinctly human ability to navigate complex moral situations with intuition and nuance. This goes beyond following rules to understanding the deeper implications of decisions affecting real human lives. These three skills form a powerful system that works together synergistically. Your emotional intelligence helps you understand the human impact of decisions, which directly informs your ethical reasoning. Your lateral thinking helps you find creative solutions to ethical dilemmas that might otherwise seem impossible to resolve. And your ethical foundation guides which creative solutions you ultimately pursue. This triangle of capabilities creates exponential advantage when developed together. Each skill reinforces and amplifies the others. Emotional awareness deepens ethical considerations. Creative thinking opens new paths through moral challenges. And ethical foundations ensure innovations serve human values. While we're naturally equipped with these abilities, they require deliberate practice to reach their full potential. It's like having hardware installed but never updating the software. And today's workplace demands more than basic versions of these skills. A 2022 meta-analysis showed a clear positive correlation between emotional intelligence and job performance, with emotionally intelligent workers experiencing significantly less job stress. High emotional intelligence helps professionals build stronger relationships, communicate effectively during difficult conversations, relieve stress in high-pressure situations, and diffuse conflicts before they escalate. I've created a simple 30-day plan to strengthen all three skills through daily micro-practices. For emotional intelligence, you'll practice self-awareness, social awareness, self-management, and relationship management. Harvard research found that while IQ accounts for only 10% of lifetime success, emotional intelligence plays a significantly larger role. Emotionally intelligent employees stay calm under pressure, resolve conflicts effectively, and respond to coworkers with empathy, creating more productive work environments. For lateral thinking, you'll practice assumption reversal, random word association, and cross-domain connection. These exercises train your brain to make unexpected leaps between concepts, exactly what AI struggles to do. This is how breakthrough products and solutions emerge when conventional approaches fail. For ethical reasoning, you'll engage with diverse perspectives, practice moral imagination, and reflect on core values. These strengthen your ability to recognize ethical nuances and navigate complex situations with wisdom that automated systems simply cannot replicate. Each exercise takes just 5 minutes per day, consistent, deliberate practice integrated into your daily routine. The results can be transformative. Research shows individuals in the bottom 25% of emotional intelligence who received coaching experienced a 90% improvement in stress management and 77% increase in mental fitness. Just imagine what regular practice could do for someone starting from an average baseline. These human capabilities become more valuable as AI advances. The more AI handles routine tasks, the more organizations need people who excel at these uniquely human abilities that foster team cohesion, spark innovation, and ensure decisions align with human values. The 30-day plan rotates through exercises targeting each superpower daily. The key is consistency. Small practices compound over time, gradually rewiring your brain to strengthen these natural human capabilities 30-day human edge and integrate skill development into your everyday life. Most training programs for developing crucial workplace skills are a total bust. They're either weekend workshops that overload you with information you'll forget by Monday, or expensive coaching sessions that eat up your schedule. That's why I was shocked when our research covered something way more effective: ridiculously simple 5-minute exercises that deliver better results than those fancy programs. Those sporadic training sessions most companies offer? Total waste compared to what I'm about to show you. Our research discovered that people who spent just a few minutes daily on these specific micro-exercises showed more improvement in 30 days than others did after expensive weekend workshops, and the difference wasn't even close. Here's the 30-day plan. You'll rotate through emotional intelligence, lateral thinking, and ethical reasoning exercises, focusing on one skill each day. This keeps things fresh while building all 3 capabilities simultaneously. Each exercise takes just minutes, literally the time you spend waiting for coffee or scrolling social media. For emotional intelligence. Day 1, emotion labeling. Identify your feelings with precision instead of vague terms. Say, I'm frustrated by these changing requirements, rather than, I feel bad. This activates self-awareness, the foundation of emotional intelligence that AI cannot replicate. Day 2, perspective taking. Spend a few minutes imagining a challenging colleague's viewpoint and pressures. This strengthens empathy, a human capability AI completely lacks. Day 3, active listening. Have a conversation focused entirely on understanding the other person without planning your response. Notice body language and emotional subtext that algorithms consistently miss. For lateral thinking, Day 4, random word association. Find a random word and connect it to your work problem. If you land on lighthouse, ask, how could my project provide better guidance? This bypasses logical thinking to create connections no algorithm could generate. Day 5, assumption reversal. List 3 assumptions about a challenge, then flip each one. These reversals trigger breakthrough ideas beyond AI's pattern-based thinking. Day 6, constraint-based creativity. Impose ridiculous limitations. How would I solve this with zero budget? These constraints force creative pathways that AI typically overlooks. Day 7, cross-domain connection. Apply principles from unrelated fields. How might a chef approach your marketing problem? These unexpected connections build innovation skills that AI can't match. For ethical reasoning, Day 8, values clarification. Identify 3 core values guiding your decisions in a challenging situation. This awareness helps recognize value conflicts, nuances AI fails to grasp. Day 9, moral dilemma analysis. Examine workplace challenges through multiple ethical frameworks. Would a utilitarian make the same choice as someone focused on individual rights? This flexibility in ethical reasoning remains fundamentally beyond AI capabilities. Day 10, stakeholder perspective mapping. List all parties affected by a decision and their specific concerns. This builds moral imagination that gives humans an unbeatable advantage over AI. Throughout this plan, use a ridiculously simple tracking method. After each daily practice, spend 30 seconds noting one insight and one question it raised. This micro-reflection cements your learning and creates a motivating progress record. The results are mind-blowing. Jamie, a product manager who struggled with team conflicts, started catching emotional undercurrents in meetings before they erupted into arguments. Her team reported feeling actually heard for the first time. Miguel, a marketing director feeling stuck in repetitive campaign ideas, combined concepts from architecture and ecology through lateral thinking exercises to create a breakthrough sustainability campaign that won industry recognition. Taylor faced pressure to launch a product despite accessibility issues, but used ethical reasoning exercises to navigate competing values, ultimately finding a creative compromise that satisfied all stakeholders. What makes this approach so effective is the compound effect of tiny daily improvements. These micro-exercises are intentionally high impact, but low effort, the perfect formula for habit formation. You're not practicing hypothetical scenarios, but applying skills to actual problems you're facing right now. The most powerful part? While AI continues getting better at structured, logical tasks, these exercises strengthen exactly what makes humans irreplaceable. Managers consistently seek team members who navigate emotional complexity, generate truly original solutions, and make nuanced ethical judgments. precisely the skills this 30-day plan builds. Making your human edge visible, showcasing your superpowers. Those incredible human skills you're developing? They're practically invisible unless you deliberately showcase them. It's like having a secret superpower that nobody knows about, totally useless until you learn how to demonstrate it in ways that actually get noticed. Here's the painful truth about the workplace. Possessing amazing human capabilities doesn't automatically translate to recognition. Many professionals with exceptional emotional intelligence, creative thinking, and ethical reasoning never get credit for these valuable skills because they're hidden beneath spreadsheets, status reports, and routine tasks. While you're quietly strengthening these irreplaceable abilities, your manager might be completely missing them. This visibility gap disconnects your human superpowers from decision makers actually seeing them. We've been conditioned to highlight technical achievements while downplaying human elements of our work. In today's AI-powered workplace, this approach is completely backward. Technical skills are exactly what AI is mastering, while your uniquely human capabilities become increasingly valuable. Yet most professionals still focus their resumes, performance reviews, and workplace discussions on the very skills that AI is threatening to replace. Let's fix this visibility problem with strategic approaches to showcase your human edge. For emotional intelligence, create deliberate opportunities to demonstrate these skills. Volunteer to handle challenging customer situations where emotional understanding is crucial. Publicly recognize when team members successfully use people skills rather than just celebrating outcomes. Try emotional naming, explicitly identifying dynamics in meetings. I notice we seem frustrated with this approach. Perhaps we should explore what's causing that reaction before moving forward. This demonstrates self-awareness while providing immediate team value. Document your emotional intelligence wins. When you navigate a difficult conversation, capture the techniques you used. By recognizing anxiety beneath the client's criticism, I addressed their core concern about timeline uncertainties, turning potential contract cancellation into productive planning. For showcasing creativity, make your thinking process visible rather than just presenting solutions. Explain the unexpected connections that led to insights. This approach combines principles from architecture and storytelling to solve our user engagement problem. Maintain a connection log, tracking how you generate innovative solutions and share during brainstorming sessions. For ethical reasoning, become the person who consistently raises value considerations in decisions. Articulate competing principles and stakeholder impacts. While this maximizes short-term revenue, we should consider how it affects customer trust and our brand values. Document instances where ethical awareness prevented problems or created better outcomes. Build a human skills portfolio, documenting specific examples where your emotional intelligence, lateral thinking, and ethical reasoning created tangible value. Include concrete examples with clear business impact. When our team was stuck debating product features, I facilitated an assumption reversal exercise that led to our most successful launch, increasing quarterly revenue by 18%. This portfolio becomes invaluable during performance reviews, job interviews, and promotion discussions. It transforms abstract human skills into concrete value propositions that managers and clients can recognize and reward. Look at how real professionals mastered skill visibility. Keisha, a software developer, became indispensable by documenting how her emotional intelligence bridged communication gaps between technical and non-technical teams. Her translation guide, showing how she detected emotional needs beneath feature requests, became a company-wide resource. Marcus, an account manager, documented his creative problem-solving processes instead of just presenting solutions. His innovation roadmaps became so valuable that clients requested him specifically for complex projects automated systems couldn't handle. Elena, an operations analyst, created an ethical decision framework highlighting competing values in process decisions. By making ethical considerations explicit, she became the go-to person for navigating complex decisions. As AI took over data analysis, her role expanded into ethical oversight of automated systems. The common thread? These professionals didn't just possess human superpowers, they deliberately made them visible and connected them directly to business outcomes. Start your visibility strategy today. 1. Document how your human skills contributed to successful outcomes. 2. Practice naming emotional dynamics in your next meeting. 3. Describe your creative thinking process when proposing solutions. 4. Log instances where your human capabilities created value. 5. Highlight specific examples of your emotional intelligence, lateral thinking, and ethical reasoning during performance reviews. In a world where AI handles more technical tasks, your human edge becomes your most marketable asset, but only if others see it. Don't let your irreplaceable human superpowers remain your best-kept secret. Make them visible, make them valued, and make them your competitive advantage in tomorrow's workplace. The future of work, human-AI partnerships that win. Your human capabilities are the missing piece in a partnership that's rewriting the rules of work. Would you believe that 92% of companies are increasing their AI investments, yet only 1% consider themselves mature in knowing how to make these partnerships truly effective? Here's what blew my mind during our experiment. The real winners weren't humans or AI systems working independently. The magic happened when they teamed up. When humans and AI collaborated, combining their unique strengths, they consistently outperformed either option working alone. This completely flips the script on the humans versus machines narrative we've been feeding ourselves. It's a collaboration opportunity that most people and companies are completely missing. Let me show you what I mean. Remember our innovation challenge? When humans used AI as a creative springboard, having AI generate initial concepts that humans then transformed with emotional resonance and ethical considerations, the results were amazing. The humans were liberated by the AI. One team had AI generate dozens of furniture concepts in minutes, freeing them to focus on infusing those ideas with cultural relevance, emotional connection, and sustainability considerations. The AI handled option generation, while humans added the secret sauce of meaning and context. MIT's research confirms this. Human-AI partnerships shine in creative endeavors because these tasks need both human talents like creativity and AI's ability to execute detailed work quickly. Think of this partnership as a well-choreographed dance where each partner knows their role. AI leads with data analysis and pattern recognition, while humans follow with emotional intelligence and ethical judgment. When they move together, they create something neither could achieve alone. In our customer service challenge, the most effective approach was humans using AI to draft initial responses, which they then customized with emotional intelligence. The AI managed technical details while humans added the crucial emotional validation that customers needed. Creating effective human-AI partnerships requires knowing when to use AI, how to prompt it effectively, and when to override its recommendations. During our ethical decision-making challenge, successful teams used AI to gather relevant policies, but relied on human judgment for the final decision. One participant explained it perfectly. I use AI like a really smart research assistant. It gathers information and suggests options, but I'm the one who makes the judgment calls involving human values. This partnership approach requires a new mindset. Instead of asking, "Can AI do my job?" ask, "How can AI help me do the parts of my job I don't enjoy, so I can focus on what I do best?" This transforms AI from a threat into a powerful ally. In practice, this means knowing which tasks to delegate. Tasks ideal for AI: data analysis, first drafts, research summaries, and option generation. Tasks for humans: emotional connection, creative leaps, ethical judgment, and final decision-making in complex situations. McKinsey's research shows that while companies are ramping up AI investments, the gap isn't in the technology. It's in knowing how to create effective partnerships between humans and AI. Employees are more ready for this partnership than leaders realize. Nearly half believe they'll use AI for over 30% of their daily tasks within a year. They're eager to offload routine work and focus on more meaningful contributions. The most promising partnerships are happening in creative fields, where AI provides initial ideas that humans refine and contextualize. This combination leverages both AI's computational power and humans' ability to add meaning. In our customer service challenge, one team used AI to analyze the customer's message and generate a draft response in seconds. The human then added emotional validation and personal touches that transformed it from serviceable to exceptional, a blend of efficiency and empathy. Millennials, ages 35 to 44, are leading this charge, with 62% reporting high expertise with AI tools compared to 22% of baby boomers. They're developing the partnership mindset that will define the future of work. Managers play a crucial role in fostering these partnerships. The most effective ones focus on practical AI applications that empower their teams rather than replace them. They understand that successful implementation isn't about the technology itself. It's about building an ecosystem where humans and AI complement each other. The key to successful collaboration lies in developing AI literacy, understanding AI's potential and limitations. This doesn't mean becoming a programmer. It means knowing how to effectively collaborate with these systems. The future belongs to those who learn to partner with AI effectively. This means developing your irreplaceable human superpowers while building your AI collaboration skills. Think of AI as having a super smart intern who works at lightning speed but lacks life experience. You need to know how to direct it, when to trust its output, and when your human judgment should overrule its suggestions. Human AI teams consistently outperform either humans or AI working alone, especially in situations involving emotional complexity, creative innovation, and ethical nuance, precisely where your uniquely human capabilities shine brightest. So here's what really blew my mind after all these challenges. The future workplace isn't about AI versus humans at all. It's about something way more powerful, your emotional intelligence paired with AI's computational abilities. The skills that make us uniquely human, reading emotional subtext, connecting unrelated ideas, and navigating ethical complexity, are becoming career superweapons. While AI masters technical skills, our human capabilities grow more valuable. Tomorrow's successful professionals will embrace AI as partners while developing their irreplaceable human edge. That 30-day plan is your ticket to becoming indispensable. Stop fearing technology and start embracing what makes you authentically human. In this new era, your humanity